What if you had woken up one day and discovered that the government was working with the alien invaders all along to control everyone on Earth and keep them placated? This is QED, and I'm Eric.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Joey.
You and your friends, who you told, are now being hunted by both the aliens and the government in this scenario. This is a futuristic Earth with some clear sci-fi advantages, such as spaceships and laser guns. You also have a ship that you can use at any time. This world also provides cybernetic implants for your use as well. Also, you have to figure out how to expose this without endangering the people you care about. What should you do?
Okay, so are we all together on this one?
Yes.
Okay. One ship to share or one ship each?
Well, what do you think? Based on who we are as people, do we share a ship?
No.
Okay, so we all have a ship of some kind.
Are you sure it's not just one ship and it's Joey's ship?
It would be my ship.
It
to
would
be
be
fair.
your ship.
The
Yes.
thing is, I look at that prompt and I say, "Oh, that's impossible. Let's just run away."
Let's just run away.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't want to run away from every scenario, but in a situation where I'm being chased by the aliens and the government,
Yes.
I can run away from one of those things relatively easily
Well,
if I have a spaceship.
so the government. So the whole Earth is basically governed by a world government.
Yes.
And everybody speaks some, basically, let's just call it a Terran language. So everybody speaks the same language.
Okay.
So we have...
Does any of this prevent me from just getting in my ship, flying to
the aliens will prevent you from flying away.
Okay. I think
Just
that there's
forever.
no point in having the spaceships if I can't use the spaceship to leave.
No, you can leave. But
But what?
the aliens are still going to be after you.
Okay.
Do we want to be running away our entire lives?
Do you want everyone you care about to die just so that you can try and probably fail to expose the alien corruption in our government?
But
See,
you
I
also have
have-
to remember that these people are in danger of losing their lives regardless.
They'll probably just die anyway, so why bother trying to
Well,
tell them?
I have some thoughts about this.
Okay.
We fake our deaths.
That's kind of what I was thinking we would do.
Okay,
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Cybernetic implants, faking our deaths won't work.
Well, we don't have to have them.
I will.
Okay, well, we can find a dealer that will get rid of the tracking equipment.
No,
in
but
the
that's
cybernetic implants.
that's not how it will work.
That's not how it will
Sure,
work. Okay.
there will be a cybernetic implant that has a GPS unit. Maybe all of them will have GPS units that are removable if you know the right guy.
Right,
But they'll all have serial numbers.
that is true. So,
And if you have an implant that doesn't have a serial number, then that's bad too.
yes,
There's no way around that.
that's true. What if we ask you to remove them to save your life?
What if I replaced my knees, my terrible, terrible knees, with cybernetic implants? Because I do have awful knees.
Okay.
What if I replace my legs? Because I just hate my legs.
We can get you a space wheelchair.
Well,
I
can we?
hate you.
Can
I
we-
will never be Professor Xavier for you. I will not
Okay.
sit in a wheelchair, no matter how spacey the wheelchair is, just so that I can be your protagonist.
Okay.
That's fair.
What if we fake our deaths?
Well, I mean, that's what I just said won't work.
Well,
Okay, you two can fake your deaths, but I can't fake mine.
Well, you can be our guy on the inside.
what if we fake the serial numbers?
Well, no, but didn't you
Or are
tell
they-
both of us?
Are
I
they-
can't be the guy on the inside if they're after everyone who knows, because presumably they have some way of telling if people have wrongthink or not, and if I know, I will have the wrongthink and I will be hunted too.
Okay.
Well, why you've got a cybernetic implant? Is this thing in your head? Can it control your memories? Because I feel like if it can, then they would have just deleted it. They would have just deleted the knowledge.
They
Well,
would have
no.
just deleted the memories.
No, I would replace my legs.
Yes.
I want to upload my consciousness to the internet. I don't want the internet inside my consciousness. That's a terrible idea.
So if it's just in your legs, then
If it's just
What's
my
the-
legs,
what's the... Well, let's see.
I cannot live my life the way I want to without my legs.
No. Why would there be a GPS in your cybernetic implants in your legs?
Why would there not be a GPS in every cybernetic implant?
They hadn't gotten around to it yet.
I don't believe you. Maybe that's what they want you to think.
It's entirely possible. Maybe they lied.
Maybe they lied about lying.
Oh god, we're gonna get into a recursive loop.
Yes. That's the problem when there's the government and the aliens working together
I know,
to
right?
subvert our very lives, is that you can't trust anything that you hear.
That's true. Okay. You've got a valid point. So you have cybernetic implants in your legs. We're
No,
just
I
gonna
have cybernetic legs.
Okay. You have cybernetic legs.
Yes. Which have to interface with me somehow, so the
Josh.
cybernetic implants will be around the hip area.
Is there a way that we can, fake the serial numbers?
I somehow doubt it. I mean, if we're assuming the system's in place already,
Then no.
Then no.
then I feel like Joey is kind of screwed. Now I don't know about you, but I wouldn't like these. Are these implants mandatory? Because if these
No.
implants aren't mandatory, I
No.
probably don't have one.
No, they aren't. You have a choice. They do not force anybody to get cybernetic implants.
And I
They
chose
just
to
do-
improve my life by
Yes.
by fixing my awful legs.
Yes, because you thought that the government was trustworthy and good.
No, because I thought the private company that I bought my legs from wasn't in cahoots with the government, and I was wrong.
Okay, how about this?
Oh, yeah. If
We-
it's a private company, then they probably...
Have to follow government regulations, or else they'll get shut down.
Okay, but we don't know
Which
if they're-
means the serial numbers and the GPS units will still be there.
we'll still be there because
Yeah.
because we know that government regulations are that way.
How
Yeah.
how about this? How about we make you forget?
Yeah, we can wipe your memory.
That sounds idiotic.
No, but we could do it.
Why? What does that do for me?
It keeps them.
Now-
It keeps you safe.
Well, okay, yeah, it keeps me safe.
Yeah.
But safe in air quotes, right? I mean, isn't the whole reason that you have to expose this because people are going to die and stuff?
Yeah. Here's what
So
I'm
what?
here's
What
I'm
am I going to do about this if I don't know about it?
We're gonna wipe your memory, and we're gonna keep you safe because you have cybernetic legs. And then me and Josh are gonna fake our
You're going
deaths.
to keep me safe because I have cybernetic legs.
I know it sounds
I mean,
terrible,
you're not
right?
giving us much choice.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
You
I-
could ditch the cybernetic legs and take the space wheelchair.
Okay. Let's pretend for a moment that I'm going to take the space wheelchair. I don't want to be on the planet anymore.
or we could get a black market dealer
I don't want
in cybernetic legs.
to try to
Or we
tell anyone that I know. I don't want to try to tell anyone that I know. I don't want to try to tell anyone that doesn't already know.
Yeah.
And I certainly don't want to stay on the planet.
You know, I mean, that's I think that's reasonable. I think getting off the planet is a very important thing. At least in order to give us time to develop a plan to take down this alien government.
Now,
thing.
this is a future. This is like a future world that we're in.
Correct.
So, do we have a moon base and a Mars colony and stuff?
Yes.
Okay. So we go and hide in the Mars
So-
colony,
Yeah,
Well-
we have a lot.
which presumably, due to its physical distance and the fact that it takes hours for radio communication to get from Earth to Mars means that there's far less government influence there.
Can we safely assume that we have a
Yeah.
settlement
For
on
the
or
mo-
near any major body in the solar system?
Pretty
Or
much.
how far out do we get to go? Because I'm
We're-
assuming we can't go outside the solar system because that just makes this ridiculous.
No.
Yeah, because then we
we-
could just activate warp or hyperdrive or whatever we have and just leave the solar system and go somewhere else.
Right. We could do that, but there's other alien people who are not enemies.
Okay. Yeah, how many different alien species, alien civilizations are there that we can interact with? Because if we can interact with... Okay, let's just pretend that the human government represents the human people.
Yeah.
The humans and the aliens that are controlling the human government, they're against us.
Yes.
So we have two enemy species.
Two enemy species.
And how many neutral species do we have that we can try to convince to help us?
Say probably 4 or 5.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. There were a lot of alien species, I guess.
Well, yeah.
And most of them are neutral.
If we're stuck in the solar system, then I'm guessing we don't have warp technology, but these aliens do.
That would make
we
sense.
We have it, but our ship doesn't.
Okay.
So we'd have to figure out a way to get a warp drive if we wanted one.
Oh, I can get you a warp drive.
Well, how are you going to do that?
Well, I don't know. Just convince me that I can do some space ore mining or something, but I need a warp drive on my personal ship so that I can go make sure that people aren't slacking off.
Wait, so to be clear, are we assuming that you've
made me forget?
Okay.
Assume that you've made me forget.
You do not want
You
the
can
space
still
wheelchair.
manipulate me. You can still manipulate
Yes.
me into doing
I
what
just-
you want me to do.
I just wanted to know if you were in the space wheelchair or not.
No,
Okay.
I don't want to
So
be
you're
the space
adamant
wheelchair
about
guy.
that. All right.
Well, I mean, I could do the space wheelchair thing, but then I can't help you.
That's true.
If I do the space wheelchair thing, I'm running away.
Okay. Yeah, and we kind of need you not to run away to
Okay.
make this whole thing work.
Yeah.
All right,
'cause-
so I don't know why, but I need a warp drive in my ship, and I need to let you guys borrow it whenever you want.
Yes. And you do so because...
Because why not? I've known you guys since college.
Yes.
Okay.
I
So-
trust you.
So do we have to come up with a way to fake our deaths then?
Yes.
Okay. So how are we gonna do that?
I was thinking giant explosion.
Too theatrical.
True.
Yeah. Maybe Joey ran over us.
No. You guys get sucked out into space when an airlock fails.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
That'd be a good way to
Lost in the vastness of space,
Yes.
dead, frozen in place for all eternity. It's a good way to hide.
Yes.
No one will ever recover your fake corpses.
That's true.
Uh,
So we get thrown on an airlock. Now where do we go?
Wait, so how do they know we got thrown out of the airlock? I mean, because these are these fake corpses, or did we actually get thrown out and we
Oh,
we
you guys get thrown out of an airlock for sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that happens.
You have to
So-
get thrown out of an airlock. The thing
so then
is,
we need allies, unless we took like a space taxi, and we fell out of the space taxi airlock, and you picked us up. But that implicates you again,
Well-
unless we made you forget.
Yeah, you just make me forget.
Okay,
You just make me forget about that too.
Okay.
we're not. I don't think we need to go into detail about how we're making you forget.
No,
I think there are
no.
plenty of ways we can do
Oh
that.
what? No.
We'll
we
just
don't
pretend that one of the ways that doesn't physically damage my brain is
Yeah.
one of the ways that you'll use.
need- Exactly. We're safe.
Yeah, no,
about
I
this.
agree. We're considerate people.
Yes.
Okay. So we're dead.
Yes. We faked our deaths. We're not.
You're fake dead.
We're fake dead. Yes. And Joey's still alive.
I'm basically a puppet.
Joey-
Essentially,
Joey doesn't realize
that he's a puppet.
that we're still
That we're
or
still
that we're
alive.
not Joey doesn't realize we're dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
He can't realize we're dead because
So
otherwise he's screwed again.
yeah, so we gotta. So
Wait. What happens if they ask me about you guys?
Oh, that's a good question. Maybe, well, if you know that we're dead, will that put them on your trail again? Maybe
Wait.
not.
Why?
I guess probably not.
Because
No,
if,
I think that if I know that you're dead, then you are dead. If I don't know that you're dead and they ask me, I will tell them that you're still alive because I saw you guys right after your supposed deaths.
Yeah.
So I have to
you
not
have to
know.
not know.
So do
Which
we?
means that you guys have to find some other co-conspirators and get them to help you. Like, you have to get some of the people in the loony bin, some of the people that no one will believe so the aliens don't care about. You need to get them to help you. Okay, you need
We
to
have
get
to
them
get the
to steal
conspiracy-
my spaceship.
We have to get
The one with the
conspiracy.
hyperdrive on
Yes.
And then bring it to the coordinates so that you guys can get blown out of the airlock and they can save you and they can take off.
Yes.
And then it's my stolen ship, so I'll go after it. So I'm safe because I'm following you guys, but what then?
Okay.
We have a second ship that another co-conspirator picked up.
We're assuming quite a lot. There's
Yeah.
gotta
We
be
are-
a point where we stop assuming and start taking action.
Yes.
Because so
obviously-
far you're just still trying to get away from your fake death.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, there's got to be a lot of assumptions because this is a sci-fi future
This is
world.
very this is very
but-
fantasy-esque.
Yeah.
I do think you should hide out on Mars.
Yeah, we will. Because that's a pretty quiet spot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're hiding out on Mars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got our little. I feel like at this point, Mars is probably terraformed though.
No. They're working on it.
They're
They're
working
working
on
on
it, but
Yeah.
they've been mostly... Because, see, the way they're working together is that the aliens are launching, basically, invasions against outposts.
We're a forward base.
Yeah, so these bases... Like,
Well, wait, who
getting
are they
attacked.
fighting then? Because that makes you guys have direct allies.
Well, see, they're fighting the aliens that are secretly working with the government. See, they're making it look like there's a war between the humans and these aliens. When really the aliens have already secretly invaded the government and have taken control. But in order to keep people sort of preoccupied, they keep having a war.
Some X-Files crap right here.
That's awfully suspicious. I would be
Yeah.
really suspicious of that, like normal me would.
I mean, it's also very 1984 though, too.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah, there's
I mean,
a war
that's-
going on because there's a war going on.
that's what this is. This is 1984, set in a sci-fi future.
This is 2284.
This is 1984 if it was written today, and not back in 1948. Was it? I think so.
Yeah, I
think
think it was
so.
written in 1948.
Okay, so we have to expose this. This is our
Yes.
goal now. We are safe. Presumably, we have supplies.
Yeah, so we kind of have to become a terrorist group. now.
Oh, let's not call it that.
Okay. What do you
Freedom
want to call it?
fighters.
Freedom
Yeah.
fighters.
Because
We're freedom fighters.
that's so very different.
I know,
Um,
right?
I was gonna call us like a coffee clutch or something, but that
Oh,
works
what?
too.
What?
No, never mind. Let's
Okay.
not get into it.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
I guess the listeners will just have to figure it out on
Oh,
their
we
own.
just-
They'll have
I
to
think they'll
Google
have
it.
to Google it.
we like meet on Saturdays mornings for coffee and whatever, or that's what they think. So let's see. So
Well, we
so
have to disguise ourselves. We have to get new names.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we have to do, but there's also, I mean, there's is DNA registration a thing? Like that's something I'd be wondering, because if DNA registration is a thing, then we need fake DNA.
I'm
which
guessing
is
it's almost a
intense.
thing. I'm guessing they're trying to make it a thing,
Yeah, they're
but
trying to.
but
I-
because Earth government is so disorganized, it's only a thing for about a third, half of the population. So you're
Yeah.
safe for a decade or so.
But I guess we just find some CD person who can give us fake identities.
Correct.
Like there must surely exist
Yeah,
today. I don't think it's too big of a stride assuming that.
Not. Yeah, it's pretty.
But how do you save the humans?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, isn't it?
Well, see, that's the tricky part. Is that
Because you've gotten away.
we've gotten away. We have a small group of people.
You have
Oh.
a small ship with a warp drive, which it
Yes.
really shouldn't have, but it
Well-
has one anyway.
Yeah, which you've somehow put together, which was impressive.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I
We have
pride
fake
myself on being impressive.
we have fake identities, and we have a group of freedom fighters.
So this group is like, say,
The same type of people as
Well,
yourselves.
but how
people
many-
who figured it out, got away.
how many people would this be? Like, how many
I don't know.
people is this?
A dozen?
Dozen
2
or so?
dozen, maybe? You might have a ground crew on Mars,
There-
so a couple dozen.
There are dozens of us.
Yeah.
I can deal with that. Okay. It's kind of bottlenecked, isn't it? I mean, we've only got the one ship.
Yeah, so we gotta find more ships.
I don't know. Maybe there are a couple more ships, but none of them have warp drives.
Yeah,
I mean, there's certainly going to be more people on Mars. We're not the only
Well,
ones.
yeah,
We're
no, but you're in the seedy part of Mars. You're in the seedy part of Mars City where
keeping a
Only-
lowdown.
only the lowlives and criminals and people who have no association with the government go.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
And those are your new friends. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, we'll probably be okay.
Unless someone steals my ship from you.
Then we'll just have to steal it back.
as
Unless
I
they
see
get caught
it,
by me.
as I see it, we have two approaches. We can attempt to infiltrate them from the inside,
Yes.
That sounds complicated and difficult.
or we can put together a large group of like people and other aliens who do not like
Yeah,
who
and
do not
also,
like the regime on Earth.
and also there's like maybe it's a good idea that we go exploring, like we scout out the other bases to find out information as well, just to see
Yeah, I don't
What
think that's
ex-
too big of a stretch.
what's going on, and maybe we'll find something there.
That there's a strained relationship between
Yeah.
the aliens you're fighting and another species or something.
Yes. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and they might give us something.
Yeah, maybe you contact them and you tell them all about the situation. They're like,
Right.
"Oh my goodness, that violates every law we know of.
Yeah.
Hang on, let us send you a couple capital ships."
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And then you bring the same information to their buddies, and you ask, "Hey, can we have contact information for the people from XYZ and whatever?"
right.
And then they send you a couple capital ships, and all of a sudden you've got yourselves a small fleet, not a huge fleet, but a fleet that's big enough that it could wipe out life on Earth if it felt like it, but not necessarily big enough that it can take on the alien fleet in the Earth solar system
Right.
in just normal
Yes.
combat.
But that might be a little optimistic because the kinds of people who are going to have capital ships, they're they're gonna be powerful people,
Yes.
and I feel like powerful people probably want something.
Yeah,
Oh, I mean, I'm not saying that you aren't selling your souls for this. What I'm saying is that you could be freeing Earth from one enemy.
But
Right.
we need to make sure, I think, that we're not just replacing the aliens on Earth with a different species.
correct.
Well, I mean, no, you get a coalition together. So no one race will be willing to suffer the diplomatic repercussions of making you the slaves, of making Earth the slave that it was to this other race, because it'll make them look bad in front of the other members of the coalition.
That could work, but that also presents a very another big diplomatic challenge, because then we have to get all the alien species to agree with each other.
We could also. There also
Well, I mean, not
is the
all.
option.
Well,
just
all the ones who
a
are going to
handful.
participate with us.
A handful,
There's also
probably
the-
probably fewer than 7.
There's also the fact that I think we have to demonstrate some sort of
Value.
value, some sort
Yes.
of ability to fight against this. Through that, I think we'd have to infiltrate some small wayward base, but get some kind of important information. We'd have to,
Okay, say you do that. Say you get plans
yes,
for, I don't know, some military installation or some military ship
yes,
that the aliens have been working on.
yes.
We should come up with a name for the alien races so that we can tell them apart.
Can we call the alien race that's occupying Earth the bad guys?
Okay,
Okay, they're the bad guys.
the bad guys. All right, so the bad guys have been working on some poorly concealed designs for
Correct.
a new base that they want to build somewhere, or some new ships that they want to make,
Yes.
and you acquire that information.
Yes.
Acquire in air quotes for the listeners.
Yes.
You acquire that information, and you present it up as an offering, and you say
Or-
we can get more if we have to.
Or we keep it.
Okay.
And
what?
then we look for it. Because is it being built or not?
Yeah, it's being built.
So if it's being built, then we should try.
You should analyze the plans, look for weak points, and take it on like the Death Star. when you see
Either
it.
attack it or steal it.
Well, pretend that you can't steal it, because then that just makes this way too easy.
That's true. So we either have to blow it up.
Well, yeah, but you can't just blow it up and say, "There, we blew this up," because
Right. No. We have to.
because then that just makes you look like a terrorist organization.
Right.
So what you have to do is you've got to say, we have a list of weaknesses for this new ship.
But
And
maybe that's what we want to look like.
they'll ask for proof. They'll ask, how can you tell us? And you'll say, well, what if one of these ships, what if we know that one of these ships is going to one of your guys' solar systems in X days? And what if we know that if a mine accidentally gets set off at this particular part of the hull, the ship will crack in two, because it was designed like the Titanic for some reason?
Yes. Okay, I see what you're saying.
And they'll say, oh, we don't believe you, but then they'll go and test it because they want to find out if you're lying or not.
Right.
They'll wait to see if the ship shows up. It'll show up and they'll go, that's weird. And then the mine will detonate, and then the ship will crumple in two, and then they'll believe you.
Yes.
So we've got aliens on our side now,
Yeah, you've got aliens on your side.
and we have enough resources to take on Earth.
You have enough resources to take on Earth, but you don't have enough resources to take on the aliens around, the bad guys around Earth.
Okay.
And then I think we go to infiltration.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see what other choice we have.
All right.
So
So who infiltrates?
small group of people, obviously.
Right.
Can't be many.
Should it include us or just one of us?
That's a good question. I feel like for the sake of the podcast,
Yes.
because we have to solve this problem,
Right.
and we want to approach it from all the sides.
Yes.
So now that you guys have resources, is this the part where you make me remember everything? You find me and you make me remember everything, and then I help you?
I think so.
I think so. Yes.
I mean, at this point, we've got some protection.
All right.
So
Right.
yeah, you'll.
So I've managed to not
Remember.
become Professor Xavier.
Yeah,
I'm happy about this. I managed to keep my legs.
yeah. And you kept your nose out of it too, which
That's
is
true.
Yeah, and I get my ship back.
Yes.
yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Wait, but didn't we have the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, and now you have me too.
And now we.
Yeah.
And now
So
we
I have
give
my
it-
ship back.
Yeah.
The thing is, until the bad guys see me, until the bad guys like have a meeting with me or something, after you guys see me and make me remember, they don't know that I know yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I have free control over my capital for a while. I have free control over the business that I own and the commercial cargo ships that I have.
Yeah. And you're a mining venture because that's how you got your warp drive.
Well, that's why I got my warp drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you how I got my warp
Well,
drive.
yeah.
Right. Right.
I just
We don't
assumed
need
you.
to know.
I just assumed you like applied for it and paid the money.
Well, I mean, I can assure you that money changed hands.
In more ways than one.
Okay. So who's gonna stay out in space and who's gonna infiltrate Earth? Or are we infiltrating the fleet surrounding Earth, the bad
Well, I'm
guys
thinking
surrounding?
that we'd infiltrate the
You should,
government
you
of
should,
Earth.
yeah,
Yeah.
you should
I mean,
infiltrate
that's
the
what I
Earth
would
government.
think.
Yeah.
And I think that I should stall meeting with any of the bad guys for as long as possible,
Yes.
so that I can stay on Earth and keep pulling strings here and there and causing conflict in remote places and distracting government officials and stuff like that.
So you're still our inside guy.
For now, but I can only do that for maybe a week, maybe.
And then
8 or 9 days.
I will take a small group of people and infiltrate the government.
Mm-hmm.
Where Josh.
But we've got to cause a huge distraction close to the government, close to the building that you're infiltrating, but not actually in the building that you're infiltrating,
Right.
because we've got to distract all of the guards. So
Well,
I'm
what
thinking,
I was thinking is that we were going in for basically like we all start slowly seeping our way into the government, not like a spec ops team infiltrating a building, but like going in.
that won't work.
Hmm?
That won't work.
That won't work.
The slow method won't work.
Okay.
Because I'll run out of time, and
Okay.
also one of you guys will get caught and we'll expose everyone else.
Yeah, because
That's
we're dead.
That's
And-
true.
Yeah,
That's
you're
true.
dead.
We're dead.
So neither of you two can be in
well, we
can
look
be in a
different as
slow
well.
infill team.
But our DNA won't be.
But do they have our DNA?
They probably will
Presumably.
have your DNA now that you're dead.
Okay.
Yeah, there was they had to be able to confirm that we were dead somehow.
Okay.
Like, we had to make
Uh-huh.
that legitimate.
That's true.
So a lab-grown arm with your DNA in it, and a lab-grown head with your grinning face on it were constructed specifically for that purpose. So
Yes.
they have your head on a platter, and they have your middle finger.
Just the middle
I-
finger. That's what you're saying. Okay.
Well,
I
no,
was
they have-
just thinking
they
like
have the
dental
arm, but-
records or something.
Yeah, like dental
okay, yeah,
records or
sure.
something.
They have your dental records. This is much less cool, but sure.
Well,
It
they
is-
can
it is
have-
much
they can
less
have
cool,
his-
but it's also less suspicious. I think.
Well, they have Josh's middle finger, and they have my
Your head on a
face.
platter.
Yeah, my head.
Is that
On a
does
platter.
that not sound suspicious?
Why?
They have your head on a platter, and a middle finger. Do both of those not sound like extreme coincidences?
Um,
Well,
Josh.
no. I mean, I'm kidding. But
I mean,
it
Yeah,
was a
I'm
really
just-
violent decompression. Okay.
yeah, it was really violent.
Yeah.
Like, I could believe that they would find
I know
my
they
head.
they almost certainly would have. We would have exploded.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they would have had to.
Which is-
Violent decompression.
Very violent.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't try this at home.
I think that goes. I would hope that goes without saying. I'm not gonna say I think it does.
You know, I feel like that should be. I feel like that should be a disclaimer at the beginning of each of these. Don't try this at home. Don't fake your own deaths in space. Don't go to Georgia.
Don't go to Georgia.
Don't try this at home, kids.
Okay. So I guess we're in the calm before the storm.
Yes.
We've got Joey on Earth.
Yes.
Mhm.
He's sort of he's as close to an inside man as we get. He's not in the government, but
Yes.
he's at least on Earth.
And I've got to lead an infiltration team into the government building. Now, I suppose that we have to have. I suppose we have to be a team of, like, maintenance people or janitors or businessmen.
Businessmen won't work because
Yes.
businessmen have profiles,
Yes.
established profiles.
Yes, established profile. So we have to basically be low profile,
Yeah.
but with
I can get you guys as a janitorial team
yeah,
onto the compound.
Yeah.
But I can't get you anything other than that.
yes, we have to.
You have to smuggle weapons past the front
Yes.
gate on your own. I can't do that for you.
Yes.
Ooh. Have one of the good guy aliens' ships cloaked near the place, drop a pod with some weapons in it. Everyone will be confused, but my distraction will have drawn their attention away.
What kind of distraction?
I can't say, but there will be explosions involved.
Okay, that's good enough for me. All right, so we have weapons, we have people, and we can walk in without having to break in or anything like that. So
Meanwhile, you've got me in outer space.
yeah, and I think that you're directing a team to
I mean, I gotta
infiltrate the fleet.
think I'm probably still back on like Mars or something
Yeah.
because it would be awfully suspicious having a bunch of capital ships stationed
Well,
out there
Oh
preparing
yeah,
for
no,
a fight.
I'm saying
No.
that you've got a stealth cruiser up above you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you can only detect that with active scanners, and active scanners
So-
are expensive to run.
Yeah. So still on Mars.
Yeah, you're still on Mars,
Yeah,
but you're leading.
You're
a
still
team.
on Mars, or you're in orbit around
You're
Mars or
commu-
something.
You're communicating with a team.
You, because 4-hour communication
True.
time is exhausting. You are
Unless we have an
actually leading.
Ansible. We've got warp drives.
Okay, your alien allies have the Ansible or something equivalent thereof.
Yeah.
But you guys, your comms don't. So you are leading you're staging a revolt on Mars at the same time as he is infiltrating the government compound where the leader of the Earth government is.
Yes.
So you're going to get him and try to unbrainwash him,
Basically.
and you're going to take over Mars.
Well, is he brainwashed or is he doing this of his own accord?
I think-
he's power hungry.
Well, he's
I
being-
think he's not doing this completely of his own accord. I think he wants to be leader of Earth, but I don't think he wants to be slave to bad guys.
Yeah,
That's-
he's
that's
possessed.
fair.
He's been possessed by the aliens.
I don't think he's been possessed. I think he's just been brainwashed, and you've got to unbrainwash him.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of what I'm thinking it is, but yeah. So we've just got to figure out a way to unbrainwash him, which
Do we have money? money speaks louder than words.
I have money.
Are
What do you need done?
Just
Well, I was gonna say that we need to pay the guy lots and lots of money.
No.
but see, brainwashing doesn't work like that. You can't pay someone to be not brainwashed.
That's true. You've
Yeah,
got to bring in specialized equipment to unbrainwash him.
Yeah, we've got to.
And you need the weapons so that the rest of your team can protect you and the technician who knows how to use the specialized equipment.
Yes,
They are hacking his brain.
They're unhacking his brain.
Yes, they are
Well,
unhacking his brain.
Unhacking is just a fancy way of saying hacking.
Yes.
But okay.
They're,
So
they're super hacking his brain.
All right.
Okay.
So meanwhile, we've got this revolt on Mars. Shouldn't be too difficult because I don't think because we're on Mars because the bad guy's influence there is not great.
Is virtually
Yeah.
non-existent.
Yeah, because they're
It's
not
the Earth.
focused.
It's the Earth government is in control of the Mars colony,
Right.
or the parts of the Mars colony that the Earth government even has real control over.
Yeah. So I don't think the revolt's going to be too
The revolt's
tricky,
not going to be dangerous,
especially
for you. It's not going to be too
especially
difficult
since
either.
we've got all the aliens on our side.
Yes.
So I guess we can just sort of assume that's successful and that we have Mars.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have Mars, which means you're on Mars right now, which
Yeah.
means you're not in charge of what's going on there. Explain what happens to you, because I can't do it because I've explained a bunch already, and you're on Mars.
Right. So I mean, I expect that at some point we're going to get found out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to get found out.
and the distraction that I set up will take care of a lot of the bad guys' focus and attention for a while. Enough time that you can unbrainwash
Yes.
the Earth Leader.
Right.
But
Right, now we have
not
to get
all of their attention will be diverted for enough time for you to unbrainwash the Earth Leader. Just most of it.
most of it. Yes.
So once you unbrainwash the Earth Leader, you will the bad guys will be running right at you basically,
Yep.
and you're going to have to teleport out of there onto the stealth ship. The stealth ship gets you and Earth Leader out of there. And no, don't ask why you couldn't have just done it before, because this is an episode of Stargate, and you really couldn't have just been teleported down there in the first place.
Well,
You had to
so
shut off
we
the
have-
shields. You had to shut off the shields.
okay, I can understand that. Why can we? So we have teleporters, is what you're saying.
The stealth ship has
The
teleporters,
stealth ship.
but they
has-
take a lot of power. They have to charge up, so they can only use it once,
Okay.
once per hour or something.
Okay.
That's
So they can
not
only use
contrived
email.
at all.
Yeah, that's.
Be quiet over
Yeah,
there.
I mean, I was expecting.
Right, because none of the rest of this is
I-
contrived.
I mean,
know.
this is all contrived. Again, don't try this at home.
Oh my goodness.
Imagine trying teleporting out.
Well, I mean, the first person will.
It's
Yeah,
It's potentially true.
It's potentially true. Someone could be watching this in 2284 and wondering what's going down.
It's going down
Yeah,
in
what is?
Montreal at midnight.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Because I was expecting that I was going to have to make some kind of last stand while the rest of them got out of there.
Well, I mean, you can if you want to, but you don't have to.
Right, I don't have to. So
Sure,
if
you
this-
probably won't.
So if the teleporter works,
Yes.
then we get out of there.
Yeah.
And we have the Earth Leader.
You have the Earth Leader. So Earth Leader can put out a broadcast from the ship, instructing all of the Earth soldiers to kill
And-
all the bad guys that they can, and all of a sudden, Earth is now in revolt from
So
the bad
Earth
guys.
Earth is in
Which-
revolt.
Distracts a bunch of the alien ships, and they're preoccupied. And then your guys' fleet can move into action
Yes.
and mop up the mess.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I think that's completely reasonable. I feel like something's missing though, because that just kind of ends it all right there.
Yeah, congratulations, guys.
We
So, well, I think we should probably talk a little bit about the power on Earth, because power is probably going back to somebody. there's a power vacuum.
Well, I mean, Earth Leader never stepped out of power.
Right.
Yeah, I guess that's
He didn't
true.
die.
He
And
he
he's not
basically
going to
said
prison.
change of plans. We're not at war with East Asia anymore. We're at war with Eurasia.
Yeah, I mean, this ended up being.
Mars is free now.
Yeah, that's true.
Mars
is free. Mars is no longer under control of the Earth government.
But
So you guys can live out your lives peacefully on Mars.
Yeah, we could.
And I can come and visit you whenever I want to.
And
In
then
my
we could-
spaceship with my warp drive that I have back now.
Yes, and we can build New Hollywood on Mars.
And I still have
Can-
my legs.
Can I ask another question?
Yes.
So, why was it so easy to take out the bad guys on Earth? And I say this because the ideal place for a bad guy fortress on Earth is at one of the poles.
You see, I
Or in
disagree.
Greenland.
I think that the bad guys wouldn't have an outpost on Earth.
That'd be too
I think
suspicious.
that would be not necessarily too
Who
suspicious.
goes to Antarctica?
I think that they wouldn't have a base on Earth because they would view humans and Earth as a planet as disposable. So why
Yeah.
would you have a base on something if you weren't protecting it, if you weren't keeping it safe from something else? Wouldn't you just have an outpost in orbit around Earth?
I mean, maybe, but something on Earth is probably more secure. I mean, that's what I would think.
Well, I don't know. I mean, space is pretty secure. How are you going to
Especially-
infiltrate the base? You aren't going to infiltrate the base. That's why.
But I don't. I mean, I just big capital ships. I don't know. I mean,
Well, yeah, big capital ships near the
Or-
edge or outside
or-
the edge of the solar system.
or even like the moon, I guess. But I would just expect them to have some sort of, like sedentary base.
Okay, fine. They have the moon. They have control of the moon.
Which I was a little disappointed because I was really hoping that's where the loony bin was, but because get it, haha, it's a pun.
I don't understand why you feel that it is your job to make the puns in the episodes.
because
no one
nobody
else
else will.
That's a good thing.
Everybody needs puns.
Need is a really strong word.
Really strong word.
Fair enough. But I mean, yeah, like because the thing is, if they're wherever their forward base is, like it would be relatively easy if it was just hovering about in space. But if it's on the moon, or on the Earth, and if it's in an intelligent position on Earth, like like one of the poles,
Mm-hmm.
then that's going to be a tough thing to take out. And
I still think it should just be the moon, or even if it is one of the poles. I don't think that the Earth leader would be in the bad guys' base.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah,
I guess
he would be
they
the
got.
leader.
I guess at
He
this
would be
point
in
they,
the most strongly defended human government controlled
He'd
facility
be in
for
the
sure.
capital city.
He'd be in the capital city, and he'd be in the
Yeah.
equivalent of the White House.
I guess
He would be in the capital city, and he would be in the equivalent of the White House. But that would be a really, really tightly locked down place.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have, because I'm uber capitalist, I would have a building nearby, and something could go wrong there, and there would be explosions, and that I would claim that it was a terrorist attack, and that would all the Earth government people would rush there.
Yeah, they'd be freaking out.
Yeah. And they'd rush there to try to secure it and secure evidence and stuff. And they would secure some evidence, but it was evidence planted by me. But that won't matter.
I guess another important thing to remember is that even if the aliens did have their base, they probably would have relatively little power since we've still taken out their outer space fleet, and or at least mostly.
Yeah, yeah.
And we've taken out their influence with the government on Earth.
Yes. So it's basically some bad guys trapped in a base on Earth or trapped on the moon or both. And because you have the alien fleet on your side, or what's left of it after the engagement, probably a handful of ships, but that'll be okay. Because all you have to do is station one over each of the locations where the bad guys have a station and basically demand that they surrender.
Yeah. So we did it.
Yeah. Congratulations. We've saved humanity.
Potentially.
From the bad guys.
For now.
Yes.
I mean, who there's no telling what these other alien species who we've helped gain power
Will do.
will do now.
Yeah,
Because, I mean...
maybe they just want some Netflix and chill.
I don't know if I want a Netflix and chill with aliens.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Nothing personal.
Yeah.
Just not my type.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. Maybe they just want to chill. That's all.
But really, we've done it.
Yeah,
We've
did it.
succeeded. We
Yes.
have met the criteria for ending the scenario.
Yes. This has been QED. What if you had woken up one day and discovered that the government was working with the alien invaders all along to control everyone on Earth and keep them placated? I'm Eric.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Joey.
Thanks for watching.